The Forever Purge. The film opens in Mexico as a couple, Adela, Ana de la Reguera, and Juan, Tenoch Huerta, are being guided by a young boy to cross into the United States. They go through a tunnel and make it outside. The boy gives Adela a card and tells her that if she needs anything, she just has to follow the roses. Despite the purge initially being undone, the new founding fathers of America are put back in charge, following an uptick in illegal immigration. The purge is officially reinstated. 10 months later, Adela has tried to work on her English as she is working a job as a manager alongside Darius, Sammy Ratibi. Juan has secured a job working as a ranch hand for the Tucker family. He is called in to get a wild horse to calm down, which impresses patriarch Caleb, Will Patton. The Tuckers later have dinner with Caleb's son Dylan, Josh Lucas, his pregnant wife Cassidy Freeman, and Dylan's sister Harper, Leven Rambin. When Cassie suggests hiring more help for when the baby comes, Dylan declines because the woman she wants to hire is Mexican, and Dylan doesn't want his kids growing up speaking Spanish. The day of the purge arrives. Caleb gives Juan a little extra money for protection, wherein Juan mentions to Caleb that he feels Dylan doesn't like him because he is Mexican, though Caleb denies it. Adela and Juan find their own sanctuary from the night, while the Tuckers are boarded in together. The purge carries on as usual, with bloodshed and mayhem running through the streets. In the morning, Juan goes to work with his friend TT, Alejandro Edda, but they notice that the gate to the Tucker residence has been opened. Adela is working with Darius when she sees a goat trapped in a cage. When she tries to free it, a trap activates and locks her in. 2 purgers in rabbit masks emerge, planning to carry on the event even after the legal hours are over. Darius makes it in time to rescue Adela and free her, and they quickly kill off the purgers. Unfortunately, an officer arrests the 2, believing them to be the ones still purging. The Tuckers are attacked by another group of purgers, led by another ranch hand named Kirk, Will Brittain, who thinks the Tuckers are just another bunch of wealthy jerks hogging all the money and resources for themselves. Kirk declares that they are engaging in what is now known as the Forever Purge. Caleb calls Kirk out on his hypocrisy since he is still participating in an event orchestrated by the rich white guys he is railing against, but as Caleb tells Kirk off, he gets shot in the head. Juan and TT show up and shoot Kirk and the purgers dead before getting Dylan, Harper, and Cassie out of there. The streets are being torn apart with the continuing purgers, calling themselves the Ever After Purgers, causing rampant destruction. The van with Adela and Darius is knocked over, where one female prisoner is killed in the collision, while a white supremacist tries to attack Adela until Darius kills him. The 2 are found by Juan and the others, but Darius stays behind to fight off the purgers, while Adela joins the group to escape. The news reports that with all the chaos going on in the country, Mexico and Canada have decided to open their borders to American refugees trying to escape the violence for the next 6 hours. The NFFA has also sent the military to the rest of the country to combat the madness. The group drives toward Mexico through El Paso, evading purgers by waving an Ever After flag to draw suspicion away. While driving, Juan and Dylan talk, with Dylan stating that he doesn't hate Mexicans, but he believes people should stay within their own races and leave each other alone. Juan says that despite that, they are all in this together. The group must continue on foot and are ambushed in the streets by Ever After purgers, led by Elijah Hardin, Jeffrey Dornbos, and his wife, mother, Susie Abromeit. They offer the Tuckers a chance to survive if they kill Adela, Juan, and TT, but Harper tells them to fuck themselves. Mother shoots TT dead, but the heroes manage to fight off the villains and Juan shoots Mother in the face before they get away. The group makes it further until they see a news report that the Ever After purgers have blown up a military compound, and so Mexico has immediately closed off their borders. Adela and Juan then remember the Follow the Roses message and try to follow signs with rose paintings into Mexico. Adela and Cassie are split up from the others during the trip. They come across gunmen, but Adela is able to talk to them and prove that they are there for sanctuary. Eventually, Dylan, Juan, and Harper reunite with Adela and Cassie in a compound with other survivors. The group manages to make it to safety. But unfortunately, the Ever After purgers, led by Elijah, are making their way over to kill the migrants. Cassie starts to go into labor and is taken to a medical tent with Harper, while Dylan stays to fight with Adela and Juan. The purgers make their way in and engage in a bloody gunfire battle with the migrants. Juan fires explosive arrows at the villains, and the purgers are almost all killed until Elijah takes Adela hostage. With Dylan's help, Juan disarms Elijah and blows his brains out. The rest of the purgers are left dead. Dylan runs to the medical tent to be with Cassie, who has given birth to a girl. Adela and Juan joined them, and Dylan thanks them both in Spanish. News reports state that the country and NFFA have ultimately fallen to the purgers, but there is a beacon of hope in that Americans are rising to defend themselves and take back their country from the real enemy. The new founding fathers of America return to power and reinstate the purge. Even after the night of the purge passes, a white supremacist group called the Ever After Purgers plan to carry on the event to kill off immigrants. At the center of it is Adela and Juan, a Mexican couple, and the Tuckers, Dylan, Cassie, Harper, whom the couple works with. When Mexico and Canada announce that they are opening their borders to Americans escaping the violence, the group heads to Mexico. Dylan's father Caleb is killed by their ranch hand Kirk as payback against the rich. Juan and his buddy TT kill Kirk and his goons before taking the group away. TT is killed when they run into Ever After Purgers, led by Elijah Hardin and his wife. Juan kills the wife before they escape. When the violence becomes too much for the military to control, the borders are closed immediately, but Adela and Juan remember to follow paintings of roses to a sanctuary. This leads the group into Mexico, but the Ever After Purgers follow them and engage in a bloody showdown, with Elijah and his followers all killed. The rest of the heroes are safe. The purge is set to continue as the country falls apart, but Americans are rising up to fight back against the purgers.